Welcome to a Jaffo unboxing. Today we've got the Dark Imperium box set. I've already taken off the shrink wrap here, saved myself a little bit of time. We've got the brand new Warhammer 40k 8th edition Dark Imperium box set. Thing just looks massively huge. Look at how thick that thing is. It's a good 2.5 inches thick. So the first thing that we've got in the box, we've got this beautiful slipcover. Got a nice little box, and inside of that we've got more boxes. First thing we pull out, we see the new Imperial logo. It's the Imperial Death Guard logo. The whole box is sealed with a purity seal, which we're going to cut that open and release all of our plastics inside. And here we have all of the miniatures that we're going to be able to put together, the Death Guard and the new Primaris Marines. So the first thing up that we've got a sprue. It's got all of your Death Guard parts on it. It looks like this box is pretty much broken up. You've got your Death Guard on the one side and on their own sprues. Here we've got another Death Guard sprue. Part of some of the characters are built into this one. The third one here of the Death Guard. And finally the last one, which is what a lot of people are looking for, is the new Fetid Blight drone. Finally been released in plastic from GW. Formerly it was a Forge World exclusive. And then to the other side of this, we've got the new Primaris Space Marines. Take a look at some of those guns. Here's some of the guns for the Interceptors. Here's some for the Hellblasters. That looks like it might be a gun for one of the characters. Here we go again. We've got some more parts for your, looks like I see a foot for the Interceptor. Those are going to be your new jump troops. We got some more guys, more backpacks, more pieces. Yet another sprue for them. More for the Interceptors. Here's some of the characters. Nice cloak. Take a look at the back side of that. And finally, here's your last sprue for the Primaris Space Marines. And there we go. Last but not least, you got a nice little piece of bubble wrap, but hey, nobody cares about that. Next, we've got in here, you've got your main rule book. 280 pages of rule book. Be right back with the shrink wrap removed, doing this one-handed, so that'll be a little bit hard. And we're back. Got the shrink wrap off this delicious looking rule book. Let's just crack it open. I mean, just look at that art on the inside, and that's just the start of this book. There's our new 8th edition logo. And kind of welcome to the grim dark future. Just kind of paging through here, you got some beautiful art. Some more information about the backgrounds of the worlds and how it's changed from 7th to 8th edition. Just some more beautiful art. They looks like for a lot of them, they stole some of the cover arts from the old codexes, or the current 7th edition codexes, and going forward. So just kind of quickly flipping through here. There's a little bit of information, it looks like, about all of the armies in here, for the Imperiums, for the Chaos, and then if you're a Xenos player, for the Eldari, for the Harlequins, for the Tyranids. And then finally we get into the meat and potatoes of this book, which is going to be your rules. How to play the 3 different modes of play: narrative, open, and matched play. One of the missions that you can be playing, stratagems that are available for use. Continuing through, they also have the Maelstrom of War missions, which is from 7th edition, were the ones that I personally found were more enjoyable. So here we have Cloak and Shadows. Tells you everything that you need to do and how to set everything up and get going. the basic stratagem, it looks like, that's going to be used for this particular mission. How long the game will go, what you need to do to win, and there you go. So here we have, they've been leaked before, but here we have the official pages with the how to build your armies. So for a basic patrol detachment, looks like you're taking 1 HQ and 1 troops, and you have a couple of other choices you can make. You've got your battalion detachment, and finally your brigand detachment. If you're somebody who plays a little bit differently, you used to play an elites army, there's a force organization for you for elites. Here's one if you were a heavy support guy. Here's one if you were a fast attack. So my White Scar bike army, looks like I'm going to be able to use this one, the Outrider detachment. And here's a few more detachments that you can choose. A little bit more, kind of showing you about the battlefield terrain, how the different battle zones work, planet strike rules, planet fall rules, city of death rules. So there's plenty of stuff in this book, 280 pages. This book alone, without this box set, retails for $60. Inside this box set for $160, it is also included. The next thing you get, we'll be back after I remove the shrink wrap from this package. Hold on. And we're back. So the next set of booklets that you have in here, the first one that you're going to get is you're going to see your Primaris Space Marines. This little index will tell you everything you need to do to run your current miniatures that are in this box. It tells you a little bit about them. Some background information. Talks about the captains, the ancients, the lieutenants, the intercessor squads, the interceptor squads, the hellblaster squads. These were founded by Robuti Gilwin, so you can paint them up as Sons of Ultramar. However, they also give you how to do them in Blood Angels, Dark Angels, Space Wolves, as well as many of the other main chapters. I see Imperial Fists, Crimson Fists, Black Templars. Just a great way to look at some of the color schemes for all the chapters that you want to do and how to paint your guys up. We got some beautiful artwork from the Heavy Metal team showing you how to finish up your models and make them look wonderful. And then finally we get into the data sheets. These are the important parts of this. These are the rules you'll need to play. So here is a basic captain in Gravis armor. Tells you everything you need to know about him and how to play with him. We've got your lieutenant, we've got your ancients, we've got a page with your intercessor and interceptor squads, we've got a page with your hellblasters, and then finally if you're into playing match point or match play, here is the points on how to play with them. So that's just the first codex that you get in here. That is the Primaris Space Marines. The next book down is for the other half of the plastics in there. It is the Death Guard. Again, a lot of the same setup as before. I'm going to tell you about the Death Guard. I'm going to tell you about them. Nice pictures. Talks about your characters some. All the different types of creatures that you have in here. The fetid bloat drones, the poxwalkers, and then some information about the tainted sons of the Emperor, those who have fallen from grace. For those of you who are not wanting to do standard color schemes, here's different factions inside of the Death Guard, and therefore different color schemes for suggestions for painting them. Here's some beautiful pictures of the from the Heavy Metal team, of the Death Guard. These are the Sons of Mortarion. The next page that we have here is the Death Guard data sheets information. This is the overarching rules for all of your Death Guard. Tells you all of the special abilities that you need for them, and including this army. This side of the army gets a psychic caster. So it tells you how to use all of that information. So between the 2-player starter, you'll have everything you need to know to get going and actually use every phase of the game. Here are the 2 different casters you get, or the 2 different characters, followed by a third one. Here's the unit. Here's the data sheet for the Plague Marines, the Fetid Bloat Drone, the Poxwalkers, and again, if you're into doing match play, here's how to do the point system for both of them. That is finally the Death Guard picture. Next, we've got the nice little sheet on how to build. It's an actual nice thick booklet on how to build your miniatures for those of you who are new to building. It does give you some instructions on how to build, and if you've never built a GW miniature before. On this side it actually tells you which frames you have. You have one A frame. You've got over here 2 B frames. You have 1 C frame. Looks like 2 D frames, 1 E frame, and 1 F frame. It also tells you all of the base sizes that'll be included in your setup. So everything you'll need to know. I'm going to just quick flip through all of this here. Literally quick flip through this. It gives you nice little descriptions and 3D modeling as to like how to put them together. Where it's suggesting, it looks like yellow is going to be the glue spots, where you should be putting your glue joints in the back in there. And that's that. And finally, the last page has color schemes on how to paint up. This one's the Death Guard, and I'm sure if I scroll back a little bit and look for the Space Marine one, sure enough, scroll back, this tells you exactly how to paint that particular model and the paint systems that they used on how to get that color scheme. So again, that's the next thing that you get. Nice little instruction guide on how to build your Space Marines. But wait, we still have more. Here we have, as I'm throwing stuff around here, little 8-page fold-out of how to play the game. These are the core rules of the system. Everything you need to know on how to play all 6 phases of the game and actually get your miniatures actually rolling dice and playing the game. And this is a nice little cheat sheet that you can bring along when you go to your events, even if you're just hanging out and playing with friends, once you actually understand the basics of the system. Finally, you have their new Dark Imperium transfer sheet. And the nice thing that I like about this, already just looking at it, is it tells you for the Hellblasters, here's the different types of markings that you should put on each one of them, and how to make them all look differently, and how to make them look appropriate even. So we've got that. Then here, looks like we've got some lift up spots. We can lift up this side. We've got a little bit of, we've got some of your bigger bases here, and your flight stands. On this side, we've got all the rest of the bases that you're going to need to build all of your guys. We've got a nice pack of red and silver or red and white D6s. So you guys can get rolling right away and start playing once you get all of your miniatures done. And finally underneath, if I can get it out, we have, a new tape measure. They got rid of the old red whippy stick, but instead they give you a nice clear tape measure, so when you're measuring things, you can actually put it down on the field or put it over your miniatures, and you can actually see through it and tell exactly how far you are. So there should be a lot less guessing as to who's got what and how close you are. And there you have it, guys. There is a Jaffo unboxing of the new Dark Imperium box set from Games Workshop. This releases at your local hobby shop on June 17th. It retails for $160. If you're into playing, you want to get some really awesome miniatures, just that pile of plastic alone is well worth the amount of money you're going to be spending on this. And hey, get a friend, split the box price, and both build an army. Thanks for stopping by. As always, like and subscribe. Hit the comments down below if you got any questions or have anything to say, and we'll see you in the next video.